A very warm welcome to you as you join us on today's episode of Tax Matters. My name is Olumuyiwa Matuluko. In recent times, it has become imperative, more and more imperative, that as Nigerians, as a country, we look for various ways of shoring up the revenue available to governments at different levels for the prosecution of the much needed infrastructural and social development of the country. This is coming on the heels of the dwindling receipts from oil revenue, talking about the falling prices of crude petroleum on the international market. Today, as we also do in about 2, 3, 4 episodes following this one, we're going to be looking at ways in which Nigeria can keep its head above water. And we have decided to, first of all, begin by talking to members of the public, to business owners. What are we trying to find out? Find out from them their knowledge of their duties and their obligations and their rights as taxpayers. And that is where we're going to begin today. To look at what we brought back from the streets is a tax administrator par excellence, and the person of Kabiyesi Emmanuel Fagbemi, the regional coordinator in charge of the Lagos Island region of the Federal Inland Revenue Service. Chief Fagbemi, you are welcome to Tax Matters.
Thank you, sir.
Yes. Now, in your line of business, what taxes are you liable to pay?
Like my own business, I'm self-employed. Are you getting it now? And normally, according to the ratio of pay as you earn, if it is 1,000 that is your income, probably they will be asking for 50 naira. So, and with that, it will be easier. That is the kind of tax that, based on my own business, that's the kind of tax that we are remitting today.
How do you pay? Do you go straight to the tax office? Do you go to the bank? Do you use a tax consultant?
No, we just saying that they have their offices around, and they even make it easier for people. They even put their offices nearby. Let's just take, for instance, like a computer village in there. They have a tax office there, so that people will know, oh, it is work. It's beside you, so it will be easier for you to pay.
In your own line of business, which office do you deal with? Is it the Federal Revenue Service? Is it the State Board of Internal Revenue? Is it the local government?
It depends on the kind of tax you are talking about. If it's payee, of course, it's the state tax office, and but if it's there are still some other bills that we pay, like some levies we pay. That goes directly to the local government because we pay for shops. Sometimes we pay some of these other levies that we pay, appropriately, so it goes to the local government, and that's it. Then when we talk of VAT, of course, that goes to the federal government.
So, in dealing with those 3 different layers, how has your experience been? Good, bad, or in between?
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to rate it, but I think it's been well. So I say, yeah.
But what are the ways in which you think they can make life easier for the taxpayer in filing, in payment? How can things be made easier?
Filing, well, for some people, they have consultants that they engage in doing it, so that makes it easier for them to, because of course, you are paying for it. Yes. Since you have a consultant, so it gives you the advice on how to do it, of course, and you are paying for the services. Yes. And well, if you have somebody or you have a tax-related experience, of course, you can compute by yourself, and you usually have the check and pay appropriately. And so those are ways. It's okay. It's okay as far as I'm concerned.
What kind of taxes are you exposed to or are you liable to in your line of business?
Well, I pay a income tax. Yes, and I pay tax on my business.
Do you deal directly with the tax office or do you use consultants?
That's another big problem. If you don't do that yourself, you're in trouble. You are tossed here and there. But if you use consultants, these consultants, they have a way with the staff of this place.
Is it that they know their way or that they are professionals?
They know their way. they know even to register your company. If you go there your own, you are tossed around. But if you just see somebody who go, they know their way. You get into 1 week, you're already there. If you go there to pay yourself, you'll be meant to go through some so-called rigorous things. But if you send a consultant, in fact, there they advise you to get a consultant.
As a business owner, what do you think are your tax obligations? What are you aware of as to the tax obligations for your line of business?
Many. I pay tax to the federal government. I pay tax to the state, to the local government. Different kind of taxes. Like him now, okay, I pay VAT. Not only that, I pay income tax. I pay tax on my mast because we build mast all over the whole place. We pay tax to NAMA. We pay tax to NIDA. We pay series of taxes. So, in my own case, apart from me paying for the company, I pay for my staff also. And at the same time, anytime we are erecting new mast or we are carrying out a new project, there will always be one associated tax or another.
Have you found it easy to do this, to fulfill your obligations?
My brother, it's been highly challenging because when we are dealing with a project of about 20 million naira and you end up paying at the seaport, pay at every facet of the project you are paying. At the end of the day, you find out that the taxes must have eroded marginally the whatever profit margin one is actually expecting. So it's been challenging.
Do you do it yourself? Are you making use of consultants?
Some I do myself. Some I make use of consultants. So it's a mixed mode.
What would you think are the necessary things that can make life easier for the business owner?
I would suggest that when we are into distribution of security equipment, I would strongly suggest that at the port they should give us a relief. If they've been collecting 10%, 15%, let's have a waiver that would make us to have at least at the end of the day we have enough to prove to the world that I've done a business. Not this various kind of taxes that we're facing at the moment.
Those instances where you deal directly with the tax office as opposed to those ones that you hand over to consultants, what has been your experience dealing with the tax authorities?
I think it's good. It's better for the consultant to deal with to represent me and my company. That's my own. Because one, I don't need to spend too much of time. Two, the consultant is a professional along that line. He knows how to fill the forms. He knows what to do and what not to do. Unlike if I want to do it myself, whereby I need somebody to guide me. Maybe some certain things I feel in there that might not be correct. But consultant is very easy. It's their job. They know how to do it.
Sir, in your line of business, estate management, what taxes are you exposed to? What are your tax obligations as an estate surveyor?
Well, we are supposed to pay various taxes. The company or me as a director supposed to pay my tax. Under the law, we're supposed to pay to the Lagos State Internal Revenue because I practice in Lagos. But we are not limited liability company. But if we are limited liability company, then we're supposed to pay to the Federal Inland Revenue. But we pay withholding tax, VAT and other ones to Federal Inland Revenue.
Do you deal with the tax offices, the federal, the state? Do you deal with them directly or do you make use of go-betweens?
No, we go to the zonal offices directly, where our office is located here.
So what has been your experience dealing with the tax offices?
Well, over the years, they've improved tremendously. And we hope with more support from everybody, they will do better.
Every day, my people, they for work. Some they do office work. Some get it them own business. So all of them want good road. Constant power for better life. Whether now office work, oh yeah, pay your tax. Whether now your own business, oh pay your tax. If you want a better life, oh pay your tax. Now your civic responsibility, pay your tax. Better soup, now na money cook am oh yes. Nothing goes for nothing, my brother. If you want portable water, security and hospital for make life jolly.
That's right. Good roads, good hospitals, portable water, adequate security all come from taxpayers' money. Play your part in making Nigeria great. Everybody, small scale, big companies, entrepreneurs, do the right thing. Pay your tax. This message is from the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS.
You have listened to our respondents, to business owners, to Nigerians. What do you make of all this?
Yeah, I've listened to them. Most of them cannot differentiate between taxes and levies. Okay? The difference between taxes and levies are taxes are based on income. No income, no tax. Whereas levies are not based on income. It's a charge, a direct charge that, oh, for your property, they are taking, they evaluate, this is how much. Or shop, or kiosks, or entertainment fees, or thereabout. Those ones are not based on the income of the various units or bases. So that is just the fundamental difference between taxes and levies. Taxes are, we have the company income tax, personal income tax, we have the education tax, we have the information technology tax, and we have the capital gains tax. These are types of taxes. Whereas there are levies. Okay, levies, those being collected at the port by the various agencies, they are levies. But they are about at the local government, the shop, the tenement rates, all those ones are levies. Because most of them complain about multiple taxes. So then I discovered that some of them complain of the official red tapeism, okay, where they are being tossed up and down here and there. I think the government is working assiduously to forestall those things by introducing iTax at the federal level, e-payment, and other projects. And already the iTax is in place that you can sit at the comfort of your room, at the comfort of your offices, and make your remittance. Okay, so that's working already. It's working already. It's working already. So then, simplicity of tax information in terms of forms, and already that is the various tax authorities are working on that to make things simple for the taxpayers to complete and render their taxes as at when due. Then another issue is that government delivery, that some of them will not see what the government is doing. Yes, I would not say, because if you look from what they call from history, Rome is not even built in a day. It's gradual. You come to the federal level, a lot of federal roads has been, or what they call it, tarred, and a lot of improvement are there. Then the metro line, if you go to Abuja now, the federal government is working seriously on metro line, how to link it. So, and look at the power has improved. We must confess to ourselves, though we are not yet there. Of these facilities were already there. So definitely, with much in the government cover, they are going to go places. Then the use of their consultants here and there, yes, the law allows, they are professionals. The law allows them. It makes things simple for you as a taxpayer. You have your own job. You have your own duty. If you want to concentrate on tax, you may not have enough time, since we only have 24 hours in a day. So it is better given to consultants where you are able. But where you are not able, you can go to the various tax offices and carry out your tax obligation. Thank you.
So, talking about the use of consultants, does the law make it compulsory for me to make use of consultants, or can I do it myself?
You can, like I said, the law provided it, okay, but not under compulsion. You can do it yourself, okay? Like I said, everything is to simplify, is to make things easy, both for you and for the government.
One of them was saying that the tax consultants know their ways with your people. Is that how it is?
That is not right. That is not right. Like I said, it's a professional. a professional on a particular field will find it easier than somebody that is not on that field. So that's why they feel that these people, they've gotten their ways here and there. No, they pay their own taxes as well.
Now, you are regional coordinator, Lagos Island region, and we know for a fact that the FRS has 3 regions in Lagos. What's your own area of jurisdiction?
My area of jurisdiction is basically the island, whereby I have about 6 offices. I have Broad Street, covering the Mota area up to the upper part of Broad Street. Then we have Oniko, covering the other side. We have Babish, covering the Babish area of Victoria Island. Or the other. We have Ikoyi, covering mainly Ikoyi. Then we have Aja, covering Aja, Lekki, other that way. Then we have VI, covering the VI office.
Oh, you have VI, you have Babish.
We have VI and Babish.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And they talk about bringing the tax office closer to the tax.
In fact, that is one of the issues. Yes, that's one of the issues. Yeah, because of the population density, the tax population density in those areas are very high.
Oh, we must say we're impressed.
We have Babish, we have Via, and you know,
you have Ikoyi.
We have Ikoyi.
You have Aja.
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So we have Aja, even Nikon, Broad Street. So these are just
very close to your customers.
Just to make the tax offices closer to the taxpayers.
Oh, that's interesting. It means that you have offices close to your taxpayers. So, but as a business owner, wanting to start, fulfilling my obligations as a taxpayer, can I just go to any FRS office?
The answer is yes and no. Yes, if you don't just know anywhere, you go to anyone there. From there, you'll be directed to the actual office that will treat your case.
What determines that one? What
your office, your registered office. It's the nearest office to your registered office is your tax office.
Oh, okay.
So that's why I say no, in the sense that the tax office within the nearest to your registered office is your tax office. It's the office that will treat your case. Okay? So, but yes, like you don't even know anywhere.
Just go to the nearest one.
Go to the nearest one. Explain yourself. You will be directed to your own tax office. So and if it is even thing that you need immediately, that office you enter can give you your thing.
Oh, that's good.
Immediately, and later redirect it to where you belong.
Oh, that's good. That's very good. What if I relocate our business? Like, if my registered office address is 69 Apata Street, Shomolu, Lagos, and in the course of the years, I move to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, what happens? And I've been paying taxes.
So what you do is to immediately write your current, your tax office, where you were formerly doing business. Write them that you have now transferred your business. So you have now relocated to Abuja. Okay? Then you attach the, change of business from 06 or thereabout to...
Oh, there's a form.
Exactly. Obtain from CAC. Yeah. You attach it to that letter to actually confirm, to show that you have moved to Federal Capital Territory. With that one, that office will now transfer your file, everything about you, to wherever you are in Abuja. Because when you get to Abuja again, we have different offices as well. So it will now be sent there, and you will continue with your tax obligation there. Those taxes you have paid where you are coming from, you are not paying again. It's a tax is paid once and for all. So you will now continue your tax obligation from that point.
But we also know that you have micro and small taxpayers office, MSTO, you have medium tax office, you have light tax office, you have government business tax office. Which ones are under you? Those 6 that you... pointed out?
There are micro and small tax offices.
What does that mean?
So what you mean is that the whole office has been segmented. Companies with turnover from a zero level to 199 million comes under the micro and small tax offices.
Those are the ones that used to pretend over. Those are the ones in those 6 locations that you pointed out.
Exactly.
0 naira to 199 million.
Exactly. Why the other level is MTO, medium tax offices, 200 million to 99.9. Okay. We have 2 of them in Lagos, one at Onekun, one at Agidingbi. Okay.
And the third one in the pipeline.
And the third one is already in the Lagos Mainland East office. Okay. At Surulere there.
What about light tax office?
The light tax offices is meant to take over the turnover of companies from 1 billion and above. We have 2 of them in Lagos, one in Island, while we have one at Agidingbi.
So you have taken care of all segments.
There are still other one, which is government tax office. Okay, those ones are essentially to take care of government taxes. Okay, of withholding tax, VAT, and so forth. Okay. So those ones essentially their target is government business.
But is it not said that government does not pay tax? What do you mean by government business tax office?
Yes, government does not pay tax, but government is collecting taxes on behalf.
Okay.
So the law has given the government power to withhold some taxes. Instead of paying over to the taxpayer to go and pay, they will withhold and pay directly.
What do they withhold?
So like VAT, value added tax.
Okay.
They do withhold it and pay over directly to government. Then equally, they withhold withholding tax, which is an advanced income tax. Okay. And pay over to FRS, to Federal Revenue Service, or State Internal Revenue Service. Okay. Then equally, pay is another model too. So they equally withhold the taxes on the income of their workers and pay over to either the State Internal Revenue or Federal Revenue Service in case of Abuja armed forces and non-resident individuals.
Form A?
Yes, Form A.
Is it compulsory we fill this form?
They want to know our income from all sources.
So they can tax us unnecessarily. No way!
You don't need to hide it. Sir, you too? Me too.
You are still on this matter. Mr. James, you should be the one encouraging us. Moreover, you have other thriving businesses. They all know about it.
We know.
I earn less than everyone else here. I filled mine.
Oh yes, if you live in the Federal Capital Territory or work in the Ministry of Foreign Affairs or you belong to the armed forces, be it Army, Navy, Air Force or Police, or you are a foreigner, then this message is for you. Form A is a form filled by all taxable individuals to ensure proper and accurate taxation and must be filled and returned within January to March so that government can provide the amenities such as good roads, clean water, adequate security, quality education and much more. It is the responsibility of every employer to collect Form A from any FIRS office and distribute to their staff for completion. Failure to comply will be punished according to the law. This message is from the Federal Inland Revenue Service, FIRS.
Time. You know that we have only 25 minutes to do this every week. And just as this is getting more interesting, we are getting signals that we should move over for the next program. And so this interview with Kabiyesi Fagbemi will continue next episode. We'll be looking at the rights, the duties, the obligations of the taxpayers. We'll be looking at what you need to do to keep your nose dry, to ensure that you run your business smoothly while keeping to the dictates of the tax laws. Please join us next week, same station, same day of the week, same time of the day for part 2 of this interview. Thank you once again for watching.